You're listening to After the Review with Peter and Terrell. New episodes are available every Tuesday afternoon on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and Podbean. If you like our content, remember to comment, share, and subscribe, and enjoy the episode. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is After the Review with Peter and Terrell. I'm your host, Peter, and with me, as always, is my man, Terrell. Terrell, it was good seeing you this weekend, bud.
I know it was a good weekend. Very exciting, life changing for our boy John. He got engaged,
I know.
proposed.
Congrats to
Very
him
sweet.
and Allie.
Congrats to him and Allie. It's been right on the wall for a long time. It's just a matter of time when it's gonna happen. But yeah, it was good to see you. Unfortunately, we couldn't get
It cost us our
pod in.
podcast. It cost us
It cost
our in-person pod.
us setting up for our boy John. His proposal cost us our podcast time, and then we were gonna do it during the graduation, but Allie vetoed that, so here we are, just us two again. So sorry to Matt and John.
So while we were at that graduation party, we missed out on the Heisman Trophy presentation, which we all kind of know. Joe Burrow's Heisman Trophy winner for 2019 in historic fashion. I think he broke like every Heisman record with all the voting and stuff. I was a little surprised by that, weren't you?
Actually, I wasn't surprised at all. It was.
You thought it was gonna be a big landslide?
I thought it was gonna be a big landslide. It's been it's the most clear. The clearest we've ever known a Heisman in a while, I think.
I just
like
thought
last year, it was
the homers would show up though for like Ohio State.
yeah.
Oklahoma.
I feel you. True, but I think people knew like this was the guy. You couldn't be too much of a homer. And then like he's from Ohio, so like maybe those homers, maybe those homers are like like, oh, this is Ohio State guy, quote in quotes. But no, I wasn't too surprised. I've actually, I heard some chatter about would he break OJ's record and Troy Smith's record, of the percentage and like the most points voted for first place, and he did. So very proud of Joe Burrow. Unfortunately, my boy Jalen Hurts couldn't get the Heisman.
He got second.
He got second. Okay, that's good. I didn't know if he would get second. He got second. Yeah.
Really close. I think he had 10 more points than Justin Fields. But yeah, he's the guy that got beat by the most of anybody.
Yeah. That's tough. Yeah, it's tough, man. He he had a roller coaster career, but I'm very proud of him and what he's done. As anybody who listens to this pod knows, I love Jalen Hurts. And what he's done with his career and going to Alabama, get beaten out, staying there,
and then won the SEC title game last year.
Yeah, helped him win the SEC title game, and then going and then transferring to Oklahoma and putting him a fabulous season and getting Oklahoma back in the playoff this year. But it's not taking. This is about Joe Burrow though. Very proud of Joe Burrow and winning the Heisman. Hope his future is bright. Unfortunately, someone's going to be a bust out of his quarterback class, and I'm wondering who it is. Maybe that's a conversation we hold.
Get a little closer to draft day.
Closer to draft, but it's sad to know like all these quarterbacks are not going to do good in the NFL. Just by things the way things have gone. Yeah, and the way things have gone in life. So in the league, so it would be interesting to see. He is kind of like kind of scary one-hit wonder kind of guy. You know what I mean?
He might be. I mean, he was Mr. Ohio in high school, but he wasn't highly recruited. He kind of looks like a gamer though. It's the kind of
definitely looks like a gamer
and a gamer.
Definitely does. So no, I wish him the best, and I hope he caps the season off with a national championship.
Fun fact, he is older than the presumed NFL MVP, Lamar Jackson. He is older than Lamar Jackson, so that's a little crazy, right? You don't see that too often. The Heisman Trophy.
Also, very crazy that he backed up JT Barrett. Like, imagine if this Joe Burrow.
So this makes perfect sense to me.
Okay.
So Joe Burrow was not highly recruited out of high school. JT Barrett was, and so was Dwayne Haskins. He's better than JT Barrett and Dwayne Haskins. But you know how hard it is for to work your way up a depth chart? It's near impossible. Ones get all the snaps, and then twos get almost none of the snaps. And then imagine the kind of snaps threes are getting. It's really hard to work your way up a depth chart, in college especially. The NFL, it's near impossible. I can't imagine yourself working your way up the depth chart, because it's not like Ohio State's having an open competition with Barrett and Haskins there. Urban Meyer's JT Barrett's my guy, and Dwayne Haskins is my guy. And, so he was always behind the gun from the start.
fair enough. I mean, J.T. Barrett wasn't horrible in Ohio State. I
No, but
mean,
he wasn't anywhere. He couldn't throw the football.
no, not at all. But I mean, but maybe Joe Burrow wasn't developed the way he is, like he is now. You know what I mean? Early in his career, like back in, you know what I mean? I guess
Yeah,
guys blossom,
but
they figure it out. That's how it wasn't for me in high school. Like I was always pretty good at football, but when I got to my senior year, I was way better than I was my junior year, and it was just like a switch. I was the same person. Everything. It just, it was
started
more. I mean,
clicking.
opportunity. Yeah, it started clicking. Opportunity started clicking, and it's just some weird thing you never can like explain. And people say, you just don't wake up and be good. But some people, it kind of just happens that way. They just
Just
wake up and
get out of bed
they wake
one
up and they
morning.
yeah, get out of bed one morning and just clicks. I mean, obviously they put the work in, but like it all just comes together for them.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I like them though. But let's move to the NFL. Where do you want to start this week in the NFL? You want to start with how about them Cowboys? Yeah, they put a beat down on
Yeah,
the Rams. I was very
yeah,
happy. I needed
yeah. You needed that big
I
time.
needed that big time. Dallas finally, Jesus, it's been 16
This
weeks and it took
yeah,
them
this
this
is the
long to
Dallas team
thought they were going to
we
be, right? Like pound
thought
the
we
rock.
see.
What are they
Yeah,
doing?
this is Dallas team. Yeah, this is
Uh,
Dallas team we thought we were going to see. Defense came to play, offense came to play. They almost screwed up the coin toss in great Dallas fashion.
No, okay, so I heard the whole clip. They didn't really
Same.
screw it up.
Yeah,
So
he didn't really screw it up.
the
It was
official, Walt
confusing,
Anderson, is
but
the oldest official in the NFL, and old man can't hear. Like Dak said, "You want to kick?" He's like, "You want to kick?" He goes, "Yeah, no." He goes, "Yeah, we'll defer to the second half." That's what Dak said. So he said defer in the huddle, and thank God the NFL replay official can buzz in at halftime and like overrule them on stuff like that. So they got that right. So they didn't mess up the coin toss. Like we know as football officials, like you should say like you're not going to get the ball right. That's bad officiating from Walt.
yeah, he should say you want to defer, correct? They should have said leave with that question,
Yeah,
not like
or you
I
mean
was taught.
you want to defer, not say you want to kick, you want to kick.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you mean defer. Like he knows what he wants to
yeah.
do. Like, come on,
Nobody wants to.
be a smart guy. Yeah, come on.
Yeah,
But anyways, back to this game. The Rams really let us. I mean, we lost in the pit because we picked the
maybe they
Rams.
were overhyped a little bit with the Rams. Maybe we got into it. I don't know.
Maybe
But
I don't know. I don't know what the problem is. Like,
Todd Gurley can't run 2 weeks in a row. He was horrible yesterday. He looks like
I
he's
mean,
got
it
worse
didn't look like
knees
he had any.
than
It like
anybody.
they had any blocking though. I mean, the blocking. He was getting hit at the line of scrimmage.
All I know is
You know what I mean?
we've watched Dallas enough. They don't have much of a run defense. Like everybody seems to gash Dallas, and they shut them down totally.
True, but I don't know. And maybe I don't want to put it all on Todd Gurley because that's not fair. Because that's like I feel like that's a scapegoat everyone goes to.
But
It's
I
like,
mean,
oh,
he can't do it
Todd
2 weeks in
Gurley.
a row. When has he done it 2 weeks in a row? But I mean, the game was 7-7 until they had a busted coverage. The Rams did, and Dak made a great play avoiding the sack and throwing the touchdown pass for like 60 yards, I think. And then they got the pick like 2 plays later, right before the end of the half, and punched it in to go up 21-7. And that kind of put the game away. It didn't really put the game away, but it kind of felt like, okay, this game's over. So that may have done it, but I don't know. Maybe Dallas is really good, and they just kind of figured it out.
That's what I said. I've said this, not been a Dallas fan. I was like, this team is talented. They're good. They just need to put it all together. And they finally have. But for me to be good, I need you to
Consistent.
finish it. Yeah, finish the year off.
Well, they got
Beat Eagles.
I got their chance against Philly, right? Like Philly's been.
Yeah,
Oh, good lord! Like 2 games in a row, they got to win on the last play of the game or overtime.
yeah.
So
So I want to talk about that in a little bit. But for Dallas, beat Philly. I think the Giants, the Redskins, who they have
yeah,
last.
they have the Eagles next.
Sorry,
We're in Philly next week, and then they're at the Redskins, I think.
Redskins. Sorry, I'm not a Cowboys fan, so I don't know the schedule. Anyway, but yeah, just win those games.
Oh, they have the Redskins
and
at
then-
home. So
Redskins at home. Okay,
yeah, even
so
easier.
win these last 2 games. I mean, which you should, and then there'll be a great momentum going into the playoffs, and obviously they'll get a home playoff game, being the 4th seed or whatever. But flip side to Philly, because whatever, we're at the Cowboys. People are off the Carson Wentz bandwagon. I don't think that's
He looked
fair
good
at all.
yesterday. He's throwing to you and me. I mean, literally throwing to you
I,
and me at receiver yesterday.
I knew we would agree on this. That's not fair at all to be trying to trade in Carson Wentz. But if I didn't have Mahomes, it'd be like, yeah, bring me Carson Wentz if you don't want him, Philly.
I mean,
I think
his
Philly's fans are impatient or something.
Carson Wentz didn't give up 21 or what is it, 21, 24 points to the freaking Redskins. Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, what's the guy got to do? He threw the ball 40 plus times yesterday. They have absolutely zero run game. I mean, he's under the gun. I mean, he's throwing to guys that his best receiver is a guy who played quarterback in college in Ward. Like,
Yeah. Also, a guy I played in high school.
mm,
Fun fact: state semis. Yeah, Greg Ward Jr.
and I'm
It's
assuming
tough.
we know you got the dub.
I got the dub, but they came back furry,
Yeah.
fast and furry in the fourth quarter. But yeah. Oh yeah. Anyway, but yeah, that's the guy who's throwing to. Alshon Jeffery's done. He doesn't want to be there. I would trade him
Out for the
if I
season.
could.
And then he's throwing to his tight ends. That's it. I mean,
Throwing
Goddard
to his
and
tight ends,
Ertz.
but yeah. So I don't I think it's unfair to judge him based off that. I still think he's a good quarterback. I think the Eagles need to spin the draft and draft all playmakers, and they should be okay for next year.
Yeah,
If I was them, I would just fold it in. Honestly,
yeah,
It's
I
not
mean,
worth
but
fighting for
you
the
still
division.
win the division. You can still go to the playoffs, and maybe if you beat Dallas next week, because maybe you say, oh, we're getting this little underdog thing going. We struggle. We like being the underdogs. Maybe they win it. I don't know. Find the little mojo again. I agree. It's not necessary. Gut. It's more of like not a rebuild, like a kind of like a reload a little bit. Just pick up one or two pieces maybe
Well,
if they don't fit in.
that's the perfect like way to like go about making the playoffs is they're gonna be a two seed in the division, but those teams who are like good but don't have a good year, then they
Mm-hmm.
play that weaker schedule, they get a good draft pick, and then that's how they jump into the playoffs. I mean, obviously the teams who are really good are gonna be good year in and year out. But like that's those teams you see that jump in there out of nowhere, like, oh, where'd they come from? Well, for starters, they
They
had a
get the
weaker
easy
schedule because
schedule.
they got the easy schedule because they were bad last year.
They're the oldest roster in the NFL, I think.
Really?
They're one of the oldest rosters. I know
I feel
that.
like they're
So
pretty young in the D line, and their O
there's
line's pretty good though.
Fletcher Cox pretty old, man. They're getting a little long in the tooth.
But they got like Barnett from Tennessee. I think I got another young guy on
Oldest,
the D
I
line.
think they're either the oldest or second oldest roster in
Wow, I
football.
didn't know that.
Yeah, a little surprised. The old line is super old.
The O line's super old. I thought their D line was kind of mixed between old and young guys. Okay, maybe. I mean, anyways, they're not gonna make a run. They're not gonna make a run in the playoffs anyway. So I don't know. I'd still say, hey, obviously they're not gonna fold it in because that's not the way you go playing football. But I think they're kind of maybe a win-win situation to say, right?
It's not. Yeah, it's not the worst case scenario. Not
It's
the
not the worst case scenario for them.
especially with the way things have working out in the NFC. I mean, we could have we could have 5, 12, and 4 teams, and then the winner of the NFC East as the other team, as your 6 NFC East or NFC teams in the playoffs, which is really, kind of unfathomable to think about. But we'll see. We'll see. Speaking of the NFC playoffs, Seattle clinched this weekend. They're in. Green Bay clinched. San Francisco.
Again,
Yeah,
not letting teams hang around, man.
I Jesus, that defense was terrible, right? Like, well, that
Yeah,
game was 30-10, and they let them
yeah,
storm all the way back. I don't know. Russell
that's
Wilson.
right. That's right on the wall, if you ask me.
I know, right? And God, they had a 3rd and 11, only up 7, or yeah, was it 7? Anyway, had a 3rd and 11, and Russell had to make a Russell play to end the game, essentially. So
Well, that's why you pay him, though.
yeah, this is true. That's why they win. So they're in. San Francisco clinched, even though they lost because the Rams lost. But that was a real surprise that they were flat against Atlanta. Like, I don't get it. Maybe Atlanta actually showed that that's the Atlanta they could have been all year.
But yeah, maybe this is the Falcons team. We should have saw all year because they done it. They beat the Saints, and randomly one week
Yeah,
they go and beat the 49ers. Like, I guess they are a good team. They haven't put it together all year, so
it's
they'll be one of the.
2 weeks in a row though that the Niners have looked very vulnerable on the defensive side of the ball though.
Yeah, maybe they showed their cards too early.
Yeah,
I mean,
maybe
they're kind of banged up too, though.
they are,
So
but so is who's not banged up.
so is
Let's face
everyone.
it.
Yeah, who's not banged up, right?
Yeah,
So yeah, maybe we'll see.
I mean, they're in serious danger of being the 6th seed in the NFC
Well,
because
100%. They got to beat the Seahawks
they do
and
got to
the
beat the
Rams.
Seahawks. If they don't beat the Seahawks, they don't win the division. They also got to beat the Rams on Saturday just to even have a shot. And that's the only way they aren't the 6th seed is if Minnesota loses a game. Because if Minnesota wins out, they're the 6th seed. San Francisco, they don't have a tiebreaker, so they'd be going to
Gotcha.
Green Bay or probably Green Bay. Which
Um, are you? I guess since we're in NFC playoff talks, are you nervous that your team could possibly lose in the last two and the Rams get in?
Bruh, so all we have to do is win or tie a game, and the Rams have to lose
Win
or
both,
tie a
right?
game. We only need one of the two. So,
Okay,
I mean, our playoff
gotcha.
odds are up to like 97%. I think
What
we're
you got?
set.
This is Vikings Bears next two
Yeah,
weeks.
it's Packers on
Not
Monday
Vikings.
night.
Packers Bears.
Packers
Yeah.
Bears both at home. The Rams are
Okay.
at the Niners next week, and the Niners have to win to have a shot at the division in Week 17. So I'm really not that worried. I
Okay,
think
that's what I wanted to ask. That's all.
I mean, the Vikings look great this weekend. We looked so
They
bad
did.
to start the game. We were very inconsistent, but then again, the Philip Rivers turnover machine really swung the game right at halftime with the defensive touchdown, and then kind of never looked back. Did lose Dalvin Cook. Don't think he's going to play against the Pack Monday. Not necessarily
That's
the
tough.
worst thing because we're
Madison's
essentially
nice.
out. Yeah, Madison was out this week though too. Mike Boone had a big game the second year
Yes, he
second
did.
year back out of Cincinnati. Got his first 2 NFL touchdowns. So it's good to see a team. Love when all the guys get involved and can contribute when you need it. But Green Bay has a tiebreaker over us. So even if we beat them, we need them to lose to the Lions the last week of the season. That's probably not going to happen. So really, we're picking: do we want to go to Green Bay in the first week of the playoffs, or do we want to go to Dallas or Philly? I don't know yet.
So playoff picture here. The Saints are in control, so we're gonna pencil them as
Yeah, they're
winning.
in.
They're one right now. Seahawks 2. Correct.
Packers
Packers 3.
NFC East
Cowboys
4. Yeah,
4.
Cowboys, and then
Vikings 5.
San Francisco 5, Vikings 6
Okay.
currently, but that
Currently,
changes
okay.
with tiebreakers and
And
stuff moving
okay.
forward. So yeah.
I see that being our 6. I don't see anything
No,
else.
it's a lock now. With Minnesota winning and the Rams losing, it's a lock. Those are our 6. It's those.
Okay.
It's those 5, and then the NFC East winner. Which
cool.
I want to assume it's the Cowboys too, just because of how good they looked. And
this is exciting.
Yeah, it is. It's stacked. I told you. We're talking 2 12-4 wild card teams possibly, and nobody has more than 13 wins. So
yeah,
stacked. I mean, you could see anybody going to the Super Bowl out of the NFC.
For sure. All I would ask for is that somehow the Saints lose so the Seahawks can get the 1 seed. So if the Seahawks do make a run, I can witness the NFC Championship.
All right. I mean, they're not going to get to the NFC Championship because Minnesota's going to beat them in week 2 in the divisional round.
Well, that's fine. That's fine. But if there was a chance,
you wouldn't
for I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind seeing an NFC Championship. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, I get it. All right, let's go.
And then
go ahead.
Okay, let's go. No, that's good.
Yeah,
I was saying if they win it, they might. I know they go to Super Bowl, and I might get on that Super Bowl trip. So, anyways, let's go.
Live. All right, let's go to the AFC. Baltimore's already in. New England clinched this week. The Chiefs are already in. And how about those Buffalo Bills? They are in the playoffs with the win over Pittsburgh last night.
Circle the wagons.
Circle the wagons. Oh man, I'm ready for some Bills Mafia in the playoffs.
Yes, I am too. Yeah, Bills look great. I would say look great.
They look pretty good. They look very good on defense.
They did look very good on defense. Josh Allen doing enough that he needs to do to get this team win. Yeah, the Bills look good. I'm ready. I don't have any much to talk about that game because it was an game to be honest.
It wasn't a great game, but it was fun just to root for the Bills to get in.
For sure. But I'm excited to see what the Bills are going to do versus the Patriots. Like I know we keep saying, well, wait for the Bills.
They can't win the division is the problem because New England has all the tiebreakers.
New England has
to do is win a game, is beat Miami, and they win the division even if Buffalo beats them. So,
but for a Chiefs fan, I love the Bills to beat the Patriots.
To get that bye. Get that bye.
You get the bye. So yes, I'm rooting for the Bills this weekend and Saturday, I should say, and it should be an interesting game. I think this is 2 good defenses and 2 bad offenses, so something's got to give. I want to know what's going to give. It might come down who has the better field goal kicker.
I'm sure New England's going to get. Honestly, I mean that's Buffalo right now.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, but again,
New England will probably get a call or 2 to win.
Yeah, they have Tom and they have Bill, so they'll just will their ways to a victory, and all my dreams will come crushing down.
Really need help now. So the wild card's interesting. Houston's probably going to win that division because they got the big win at Tennessee this weekend. little ugly from Houston. That team starts so slow. It's unbelievable how bad they are in the first quarter, the Texans. But they got it done, so they're pretty much a lock to win the division now. It's gonna take a lot. They gotta lose. They gotta lose to Houston not to win the division. Tennessee plays the Saints next week, so that game doesn't really matter. What really matters is the last
Yeah, it does.
game.
Yeah, it does. Remember, I just talked about it.
I mean, okay,
For the Saints,
it does for the Saints, but I mean, it doesn't matter for
Sorry.
Tennessee to get in because.
I got you.
So if Tennessee has to win at Houston. If they don't win at Houston, they're not making the playoffs. Pittsburgh's got the Jets and Baltimore left. So the AFC's really pretty much set. It's either going to be Pittsburgh or Tennessee as the last wild card team. And Pittsburgh,
So
yeah,
Tennessee has a tiebreaker over Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh at 9-7, they had the tiebreaker over Pittsburgh.
They do.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. So that's why that Saint game doesn't matter. But if you flip it, so if they beat the Saints and then lose to the Texans, Pittsburgh has the tiebreaker at 9-7 because of conference wins.
Okay, I'm glad you're breaking all this down.
Yeah, I know. I got the live playoff machine going on.
All right,
so
good.
Getting all our checks done.
Right now, my brain is like that meme with all the math equations, and I'm just trying to put it together, and I can't. Yeah, I can't really. So
yeah, so we're pretty much set in the AFC, but all we got to work out is seeding. The Bills are a lock for the 5 seed, so they're probably going to Houston, which I totally see the Bills winning that game, right?
Yeah, that's probably gonna be the ESPN game, right? I don't know. Well, no offense to your Vikings.
I mean, if we're playing the Cowboys, that's gonna
be the Cowboys are not getting on the
yeah,
ESPN.
Exactly.
They're getting
the Vikings are playing the Cowboys or the Packers, so that game's gonna be on a big time spot.
Both those teams are definitely getting on Fox, and they got Troy calling it. I see that coming a mile away. So yeah, that's definitely going to be the ESPN game then. Yeah. Houston's
they always play
Houston. They're always in that game. So yeah.
That makes sense. I really want Tennessee in over Pittsburgh. I don't think Pittsburgh's a threat to beat anybody. I could see Tennessee maybe just because they play good defense and run the ball.
Yeah, I don't want
especially like New England. Yeah, I know you, Mister. You want the easiest possible schedule. The Chiefs. Hey, that was a big win for the Chiefs this weekend, though. They looked good in that snow. It was a blizzard.
Yeah, Mahomes looked really good in the snow.
Kelsey, everything. It was really nice.
Man, if you had Kelsey in a fantasy playoff in a PPR, he got like 25 points for you. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Remember, you wanted to talk about this. Kelsey, first tight end ever with 4 straight 1,000-yard seasons.
Yes, thank you, sir. I like it coming from your mouth better since you say Kelsey's not better than George Kittle.
Well, George Kittle just broke Mike Ditka's record for receiving yards in the first 3 seasons of an NFL career as a tight end.
Okay, whatever. I still say Kelsey's better. Yeah. My dad told me that Mahomes was sling. Unfortunately, I didn't get to watch the game. Yeah. It's flying home. But my dad told me Mahomes looked really good in the snow. He said like balls are on the money. He said they were like not behind him, not anything. He said he's putting it on people. So that's good to see that he's getting it. Maybe he's getting an MVP fire late in the year. So that's probably what we're gonna need.
That was the whole point of going with Mahomes, right? To win those bad weather. I mean, the road to the AFC, let's be honest, you're probably gonna have to go beat Baltimore to go to the Super Bowl. And
yeah, for sure. Or go to Foxborough.
You're going to one of the two.
Yeah, it's not gonna be great weather. So I guess I would ask you to since you mentioned Baltimore, are we we know they're a running team, but are we sold on cold weather Lamar yet? I hate to doubt him. I really do because he's proven everybody wrong. And I like him. He's on like 2 of my fantasy squad, so I don't want to doubt him. But are we sold yet on him?
I just don't think there's a defense. I don't know what defense is going to stop that run game. They're just going to pound you down, and then their defense is going to keep the game close because they play good defense. Maybe Lamar. I don't know. I think they'll be okay.
To follow up, because we talked about this like maybe 2 pods ago. Yeah. That defensive end when they do the read thing. So the who they play? The Jets tried. They were like what you saying, just stay home and like don't crash. The dude stayed home and Lamar just outran him.
I saw that. So, you gotta run upfield. You gotta run upfield. You gotta run just straight upfield to cut the angle off. I did see that. It was like, man, you can't. You gotta approach him like even different. They did like 90% right. You just gotta attack upfield to cut the angle off because he too fast.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, maybe they've been watching film like, oh, let's not crash because he's just gonna just go, and then like guy stays and like that didn't work either. You need to go like the plan C.
Somebody shone a laser in his eye and blind him. Maybe he'll slow down.
Yeah, something. And the crazy thing about it is this man is hit through 5 touchdown passes, and again through 5 touchdown passes, not run for 5 touchdown passes. So he's making people believers that he can, like, oh, let's make Lamar throw the ball. He's like,
Yeah, he's
okay.
like, I'm gonna
I
throw it.
know you mentioned like somewhere like 2-yard passes, but still, he's still throwing touchdown passes, which is like crap.
That's
I
true.
feel like if his coordinator's like, what are we gonna do?
They seem to be on a tear of tears, kind of like the Panthers were with Cam in like 2015. We're just like,
Yeah,
oh God,
they just got to figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
So, but just hope it's not one of those next year. It's like, oh, we figured out Lamar. Also, the Ravens, like their weapon, they have Marquise Brown, they have those great tight ends, but I mean, they could draft some weapons and really be dangerous. You know what I mean?
Draft some wide receivers.
Yeah, and really,
yeah.
Or go pick a receiver. I mean, go draft. I mean,
Go
trade
get
for a receiver, a free agent. Yeah,
another mauling lineman, like a run blocking, because you don't need a pass blocking offensive lineman in that scheme.
Yeah,
just get somebody a road grader, and they.
That's kind of scary to think about, honestly.
Right? That's really scary. Speaking of weapons, like, dude, Cleveland, Arizona this weekend, that was a complete debacle in Cleveland. Like, Cleveland got destroyed. And
Freddie Kitchens is 100% getting fired, right?
Even though Ian Rappaport reported before the game that they were bringing him back, but that was just
what?
Yes, they said he was bringing him back, and it's like, oh my God, he was so bad. They were so bad. I mean, him and Landry are getting in a fight. They said multiple Browns players were yelling at the Cardinal sidelines, "Come get me!" Like everybody wants out of Cleveland. Nobody believes in Baker. Nobody believes in Freddie. Everybody wants out. Everybody, they said.
Yeah, I told you this weekend, and unfortunately, I might be a little bit off the Baker train.
Dude,
I'm not fully off, but I have made my way to the back of the train, so that if we come to an exit, I will be the first one off.
It's all right. We'll take you on the Sam Darnold train.
I don't know if I'm getting on that one, but I might just miss that draft, whatever. But yeah, everyone, the Browns just seem like they really just completely just packed it in. Someone predicted the Arizona Cardinals to win. Like I saw in some video or something like that. Some talking head, and I was like, "You're crazy! Like the Browns are good, like, but they're good, but they're bad." Everyone understands if you watch the game.
They're talented. They're bad though. Nick Chubb's the only bright spot of that team,
and he doesn't get the ball enough. It's sad.
Not at all.
And I was like, "Oh no, Arizona will they'll get worked." But sure enough,
so I will concede. I thought Kyler is better than I thought he was going to be. I didn't think Kyler was going to be any good, and Kyler is much better than I thought he was going to be. So I was definitely wrong on Kyler, so I'll concede that.
So that's a win for me, right?
Yeah, I know, because I was right about Baker, and everyone told me I was wrong last year when he won Rookie of the Year, and I'm looking more and more right every day. That
you are.
Yeah. So, but
he's about to be 25.
Yeah,
so
that's what everyone's comparing him to Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold's 22, like Lamar and these young guys. Like they're young guys. Baker's a grown ass man at this point. You can't be acting a fool and be just throwing interceptions and just everything that comes with Baker. So, yeah.
Yeah, but the Browns, they need to fire Freddie and start over. And like I said, I mentioned this weekend, maybe go get Ron Rivera. But like I said, I don't want to spend too much time on a bad team.
Yeah. All right. Let's go to basketball, because I don't feel like anybody's talked about this. The Lakers and the Bucks have been off to incredible starts. Like, both first place East and West. LeBron is just carrying LA, and we had a little argument about this. I said LeBron MVP, and you said you had Giannis. So let's talk.
I had Giannis.
Yeah, let's talk about this a bit.
I was actually gonna pull the NBA MVP odds up. That's okay. We can just talk about this. LeBron playing great. I'm a huge LeBron fan. Love LeBron since day one, but I just think what Giannis is doing, that you're gonna come back with this.
Row, right?
I understand.
How is nobody? Yeah. No, I have not heard any talk about this on any sports talk radio, ESPN, anything, that the Bucks have won 18 games in a row. Like, that's a lot of games in a row that they've won. I knew they were doing really well, but like, they're definitely not getting a lot of coverage.
Yeah, they're getting love, but like, people are like not convinced yet, because those first couple of games were against bad teams. I think I mentioned that. But in December, they play like 10 out of the teams. 10 teams they play are above 500, and they've been winning games. Been playing really good. But what Giannis is doing is just ridiculous. It's completely ridiculous. I love LeBron. He's been playing great, but what he's doing is ridiculous. He's got his team first, and his team is what one would say less depleted. They've lost players from last year's team, and I know you're gonna say LeBron's team was horrible
So
last
no,
year, and they
yeah.
were.
So that was my counter to that is LeBron 4 months ago. The Lakers were a dumpster fire according to everybody. Like LeBron's washed, he can't do it. What is he doing? This team is terrible. And then LeBron said, "No, Lonzo Ball can't play. Brandon Ingram can't play. Get rid of these other idiots I had. I want Anthony Davis. I want to keep Kuzma, Alex Caruso. He's my boy. He throws me great dimes. I want him. Dwight Howard. You know what? You're gonna come back and be an all-star for us." And I don't know. It's just all kind of working. So that's my kind of counterpoint to LeBron. He's just I don't know. He took a train wreck dumpster fire, what seemed like, and he made them a freak show.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not disagreeing with you there, but what Giannis is doing is ridiculous. Actually, the odds are Giannis is plus 225 to for the MVP right now. You can take LeBron at plus 550 if you want.
Oh, that's not bad.
That's not bad. But right now the top four is Giannis, Luka, James, LeBron,
well, Luka went
and AD.
down. That was a good bet we made this weekend with Matt about Luka.
I know. I think who's getting slept on more than the Lakers are the Clippers. The Clippers, like I know their record doesn't speak to that because
Kawhi
I
never
don't.
plays. That's why.
Kawhi never plays, and they were getting healthy at the beginning and figuring everything out. But I think they're going to be a real deal. They're going to be a tough out.
Obviously,
I
they're going to
think
be a tough
the
out.
Lakers have one more move to make, in my opinion, to kind of I want to say match the Clippers, but they got to find someone else because LeBron can't. He can't like either be God and Paul George for 30 minutes and switch to Kawhi for 30 minutes in those games. Like the dude's he's year 17.
So
Yes, he's unbelievable, but they got to find someone else to help him guard those guys when they play them.
This is where I think matchup is going to matter really, like for the first time in a long time in the West, because I think Houston is a bad matchup for the Clippers. Kind of, I just think the way Houston plays with Westbrook and Harden, they kind of can beat the Clippers with just all that.
I can see that. I just think like if anyone's gonna put clamps on James Harden, it's Kawhi or Paul George. Like those are the best two-way guys.
Guarding Westbrook, and Westbrook carves them up.
That's true, but like I think if Pat Bev just if Russ is carving up Pat Bev, then I think you're like screw it, let's put PG on him and figure it out.
Yeah,
you start switching
that's what that's what makes it interesting, right?
It does because the way Houston plays though makes it tough because they kind of just put you out on an island by yourself.
Especially since James Harden said, "I don't need to go to the free throw line anymore," and he's all of a sudden scoring 50 without shooting 1,000 free throws, which is maybe getting a little bit more respect out of me.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I'm excited. Who frustrates me are the dang Sixers because one day they'll play really good basketball. They're so up and down, and they need to figure it out. I love Ben Simmons, but homeboy, we got to get going. We got to get this. Yeah, we got to be consistent.
Great win though in Boston. They got the.
Was a great win. And
then they got beat by 20, of course, by the Nets yesterday. But
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you gotta.
Embiid was sick,
and that's the thing, though.
Yeah, I know.
They gotta. What'd you get Al Horford for it? When B goes out, you can't like. Well, I know Al Horford isn't Embiid, but
I think he's a little banged up too because he didn't play in the Boston game. They've played 3 games. They played 3 games in 4 days, so I think it might be a little bit of a fatigue thing on top of it. So
I'll give you that.
They have a brutal stretch to end the year. They play 7 games in 10 days, I think, to close out the year. I think I said this last week, so they may be a little slow going into 2020, but hopefully they'll pick it up. All right, let's get to picks. We did pretty good last week. You went 3-1-1. I went 2-2-1.
Was I get a push somewhere?
We got the push. We both pushed with the Tennessee Houston game. The line was 3. The final was 3. So we kind of pushed. We both got Navy. You got the Packers, even though the freaking Bears. All that stupid fullback had to do was lateral the ball.
Oh my! Give the ball up! Don't be a hero.
Yes, he was like, "I'm gonna score." Big fat, slow white fullback, dude. Toss the ball to your receiver. Oh my God, they were walking in, and then there was They would have been a 2-point away from tying that game. Oh, that was so bad.
Yeah, I was actually rooting. Even though I bet it the other way, I was rooting for the Bears to score down there.
We both lost the Rams game, and then we both got Buffalo. So you've been pretty hot lately. So
I know. Maybe I
start
talk to my
throwing the money
friend
down.
Riley and see what he can do for me. Put some real money on this.
Especially since he's texting us. I did horrible this weekend. I'm getting
Yeah,
gouged. So we
yeah.
have
It's either
yeah,
on a true roller coaster too. Either he's up, or down. I'm sure that's the way of
way it goes.
gambling,
Yeah. So
but he's always on a roller coaster.
we have all 5 same game. We're picking all 5 same games this week. So very
Yeah.
I like that we're both on the same mindset. We'll go Saturday. We got the Bills at the Patriots. We like the Bills getting 6.5 points. The Patriots don't have enough offense. We said right that they
Yeah, they
can't
don't
get
have enough
there.
offense to be favored 6.5 points. Essentially, that's a touchdown.
Yeah,
Like I mean, the Buffalo's offense just looks, if not better than the New England's offense. I mean, at least we know, Buffalo has a opponent of the Josh Allen, the quarterback run game, and different things like that. So, it'll be interesting to see. But I want those points.
yeah, I like them too. New Orleans at Tennessee. We both like New Orleans getting a point and a half. I think that's a pretty self-explanatory one. The Saints are rolling.
Yeah, you like New Orleans getting a point and a half, even though they're outside. You're
Yeah,
not sold on them outside.
I know, but I just think maybe Tennessee got the wind knocked out of their sails a little bit. I mean, it's only a point and a
Maybe
half. It's basically win the game.
that's true.
I win the game by a field goal. I could see that easy. Late field goal. Drew Brees gets them in range. They look bad, but they win. Cowboys, Phillies. Cowboys getting a point and a half on the road. We both like the boys, like we said. Cowboys maybe playing back to their potential. Phillies pretty much depleted. Carson Wentz throwing in nothing. Then all right, we can focus the Monday night game. Green Bay at Minnesota. Minnesota 4.5 point favorites. We both like the Packers, but I think we both like the Vikings to win, right?
Yeah, I like the Packers. Minus 4.5. I think it's like this is a field goal
It's a
game.
big, yeah, it's a big number.
But I do like Minnesota to win. My only question for you, Pete, are you nervous? This is a Monday night game, and Cousins' record doesn't favor him on Monday night.
I wish he would have got the monkey off his back in Seattle because then we'd win the division by beating the Packers on Monday night. I doesn't. He looked good in Seattle. It's not like he played bad on Monday night.
No, he doesn't. But it's like the mojo.
It's a thing.
Essentially the monkey on your back. Essentially, it's like it's an extra pressure.
I don't
kind
think
of thing.
I don't think he is. I don't think he feels that pressure anymore. We're winning games left and right. We're not slipping up. The team's kind of gelling. We've lost he had the bad pick in Green Bay in week 2 to lose the game by 5 points. We were down 21-0 to start that game in the first quarter, and then we lost 21-16. And I think we're a lot better team in week 16 than we were in week 2. And I don't know how much better the Packers are. After the first quarter, the last 8 weeks, they've done nothing. They're a first quarter team. They, coaching staff can watch film. We can script our 15 plays and we eat everybody up. But after that, it's a whole lot of nothing from the Packers. So I think if we can survive that early barrage for them, we should win this game on Monday night.
Okay, I'm with you. I think the Packers, keep it close, but the Vikings win. I love nothing more than the Vikings to win this game. So I'm with you.
Yeah. All right. Last one, little basketball Thursday night. Lakers at the Bucks. I think we got to pick this one just because we had so much. We both like the Bucks. I think the Lakers have like a 15 game road streak on the line.
It's got to end some point. And I think AD's a little banged up.
Yeah,
he rolled his ankle the other day.
That would be a perfect place to roll it up. And the Bucks probably got more. LeBron ain't the proven. I mean, he kind of likes to prove stuff, but I don't think he needs to prove it. The Bucks are really gonna want that one to prove, like, hey, this is our time right now. So
for sure.
All right, let's get to.
Did you watch Bronny Jr. this weekend?
I did.
Did you see the
MVP
Jr. highlights?
I saw the play. Was it inside of a minute in the fourth quarter? Down 1, stole the inbound pass and laid it up.
Yeah,
that was pretty
good. Big time. It's crazy that LeBron got that day off.
He flew. People were giving him crap because he flew from Miami to Ohio to watch his son play his alma mater in a big.
Who's giving him crap?
The Twitterati's out
really?
there. Yes, Twitterati's were like, ooh.
Oh my gosh, get over yourself.
I know, right? Like a dad going out of the way to see his son play his alma mater in a big.
Sorry, he wants to be a dad, and he can make those things happen because he's LeBron James.
Like, did you say this weekend, Dad LeBron is best LeBron?
Yes, literally, Dad LeBron is the best LeBron around, dude. I get hyped watching him get hyped. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're like he makes me like, oh, I can't wait to be a dad. Like only he can get away with some of the stuff he does because he's LeBron. But and also in the same sense he gets criticized for it. But like hype LeBron watching him be a dad is awesome.
Yes, it
So
really is. So, all right, who balled out for you this weekend, T?
oh, ball of the week. Lamar Jackson.
Oh,
I think that was a little easy. 5 touchdowns with Thursday night, and he broke Michael Vick's single season rushing record for a quarterback. Big year for him. I think he's gonna win the MVP. We've talked about it.
yeah.
But that's my ball of the week. You got anybody in your doghouse, Pete?
Yeah, you know what? John Gruden in my doghouse. The Oakland Raiders. Last game ever played in Oakland against the Jaguars, who had lost 5 in a row by 17 points. And they had a 10-point lead with 7 minutes left in this game, and they managed to lose the game. Oh man, that it was a lot of bad. Kickers missing kicks. The defense couldn't stop anybody. And then they had a Hail Mary heave at the end of the game, and then the ball hit the receiver in the face. It was just like, oh, so I say John Gruden, really just the Oakland Raiders as a whole, to send that fan base out with a loss like that, just
That's tough, man.
yeah, it was bad.
Derek Carr got booed off the field. Like that's
They
just
said the
sad.
fans wouldn't leave. Security was trying to get the fans out. They wouldn't leave. They were like throwing trash on the field and tearing up the stadium. Typical Oakland
Yeah,
style.
typical Oakland style, man. They had to win that game, but oh well.
All right. I think that's going to do it for us this week. If you enjoyed our pod, remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And we will see you all next week.